Hi Best Buds, it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden and I'm so happy that you've joined me today. I was looking through some of my stuff that I have acquired and I found that I had an awful lot of these cards. They're craft colored, there's no decoration on them, and I only have a few of the envelopes left that goes with these. Now, these are for, thank you notes or just correspondence, however you want to use them. And I thought, how can I use these? Because I only have a few envelopes left and I have a stack of the card types, a whole bunch of them. So this is what I came up with. I took 3 of the cards. Oh, I'm going to tell you that the cards are 3.5 by 5.5, and the envelopes are 5 1/4 by 3 3/4. If you want to know the size of what I'm working with. Now, they've already been folded because they are cards. And on the folded side, I'm going to bring in my ruler and I'm going to turn it this way, but this is the folded side right here. I'm going to place the edge on a grid and I am going to place my ruler 1/2 inch from the edge of my folded card. Now I have this tool right here and that's one I am going to use to score it because I don't have a scoreboard. I used to. The scoreboard and I didn't get along, so I gave it away. Okay, so then we're just going to score it. So pressing down on this, I can score that. Okay, so that side's scored. Now I'm going to need to score the other side. So I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to lay it on the edge of my grid and then I'm going to pull my ruler up so it's 1/4 inch away and I'm going to score it just like that. So now what I have is I'm able to bend my cardstock. I'm going to bend it both ways. And I'm even going to bring my little tool here and really bend it well. So it's like this, okay? It still opens up. It looks like this once it's open. Okay, so I'm going to do the exact same thing that I did to this one, I'm going to do to these two. Now I have all 3 of my cards with this little hinge right here. I'm going to go ahead and bring in my corner rounder and I'm going to round 2 of the corners. Alrighty, so I've got that finished. Now I want to put some brads in here because this is a no-sew journal. So I'm going to bring in 3 of these brads. That one's curled. I'm going to use those 3. And I always use my little sheet here, even on this project. So what this is a scrap piece of paper that's an inch, 1.5 inches, 2 inches, something like that. And it is as long as your journal. You're going to fold it the long way, fold it one more time, and then one more time and crease it really well. In the intersections of the crease, you're going to place a little dot, and that is where you're going to place your holes for your signature to go. I love this method because it's going to be perfect every time and there's no math required. Yeah, I'm not a mathematician by any stretch of the imagination. Now I'm going to paper clip all 3 of my pieces together like this. I'm going to do it one more time over here on this side. I want to really get it secure. And make sure they're all down. They don't even look like they're all down. Let's try that again. Yeah, that looks better, much better. This is the tighter paper clip right there. Oh, boy, that one's so tight, but it is super duper tight. All right, back to where we started. Now I'm going to place this on here, and I'm just going to kind of eyeball my halfway point, maybe about right there, and then I'm going to bring in my awl. And I'm going to place my awl and pop my hole. I should have put it on my mat. Pop my hole through here. I want to turn it. And then I'm going to pop my hole through here. It's not going to go through all of them at first, I don't think. I think I'm going to have to check it. Not bad. Alrighty, so I'm going to place my awl, and I'm really going to get it to go through all of them. So I'm going to do it one side and then the other side. Like this. Why isn't it coming through that one? There we go. Okay. And then here, I don't like how that one is. I'm going to move it up just a little bit. There we go. There we go. All right, so we have all three holes in there with using our awl. I'm going to take our brad and we're going to stick our brad through here like that. And stick my other two through here as well. So I'm going to get that done. All right, I have all three brads placed in the holes. Now I'm going to open my brad up. So I'm going to open all of them up like this. And let's open this last one up. There we go. Now I'm going to take the end of my awl and I'm just going to press it right into on top of that brad to help me open up those hinges. Now this one's turned to where I want to bend it. I don't want it to interfere with the folding of my page or my journal that we're making. There we go. That's fine. And there we have our brads. And now let me show you what you can do now. You can open this up just like this. Look how fun that is. Now you've got pages in a journal. Now these are cardstock, so they're very firm. But what I'd like to do, I made one earlier to try out my idea. And if you want to stop at this point and say, okay, this is good, you can bring in maybe a fussy cut and a label and add something like that. I think that would be really sweet. Or if you want to go a little further, you can fold some papers. And I just took a sheet of copy weight cardstock, a copy weight copy paper, and I have coffee dyed it. And I folded it so it will fit right inside of here like this. It sticks out just a little bit, but I think it looks pretty. And I folded it so that you could actually have a fold out inside like this. So what I want to do is I folded the end down because I want it to be a little firmer, and I didn't want it to be, when you grabbed it, I wanted it to be firm and not flimsy. So I'm going to glue that down. So as you can see, it's a trifold. This is 3 inches. and then I folded it again 3 inches, and then this was what was left over, and it went all the way to the edge, so I just folded it over so you could easily grab it and open it up. And what I want to do is I want to glue this onto the page. Now I'm thinking, because I'm going to use that envelope that came with the card set, and I'll show you what I've done with it in just a moment, but because of using the envelope to hold this little journal, it makes a cute little set. I was first going to put my decoration on the front of my journal, but as you can see in a few minutes, that really won't work out for me very well. So I'm thinking I might want to put my decoration on the front, and I might even want to put a little pocket, a little piece down here for a pocket. And then taking my paper that I folded, actually put it on the second inside page like this. So let's do this. I'm going to take my glue, I'm using my art glitter glue, and I'm going to glue this down onto, adding my glue so I can glue it down onto the inside of the second page. Right like this. And I'm just going to glue it down. So now, when you flip through the journal, this will be going here, probably with a label like I showed you earlier. And then you get to this page, you could have journaling space here. And it folds out, and it folds just like this. I think that's really fun. Now, I did a few of these, so you can add them as you wish throughout your little journal here. Maybe you want to put another pocket on this page. And so let's just say we do, and let's take this one that I've prepared, and let's add our glue to the place that I folded over, the end that I folded over to make it firmer and sturdier. And then this is the side that I'm going to add my glue right here like this. And I'm going to place it right in here. So that it's glued down. So now, when we open it up, it's like this, and you've got your journaling page, and it opens like this, and then you could do it here, and then it opens like this, and then we've got it here like this, and then we can do another pocket here if you want. I've got another one. We can put this one here. So let's go ahead and let's add it. We're going to have lots of fold outs, lots of journaling space. You can add pockets to it and ephemera. I think this is a absolutely fantastic way to use those cards that, I don't know, maybe you've got a long time ago, or maybe you just bought it for the envelopes. Or maybe you bought it and you thought you were going to use it and then you never did. Okay, so we've got that one. Did I glue that down? Nope, I forgot to glue that side down. Let's get that side glued down. My little flap that makes it firmer. I even thought I could put a tab on here. I thought that might be cute. Okay, so this is the page that has this glued down, so you could put a pocket here. And then I have one more that I can add here. And I'm going to glue down my edge right here, my end of my paper. Okay, and then adding my glue to this side. And slipping it right in here. pressing it down. Look at all the fold outs that you have in this journal. 1, 2, 3, 4. How great is that? Let's add a few pockets like I was speaking of, and let's go ahead and let's decorate the inside front. All right, now let's look at what we have put together. We've got our front cover, and we've got a pocket that I have added, and there's a little journaling card. We've got some journaling pages that fold out, and it also flips over with another pocket and a journaling card, and so on and so forth. I absolutely think this is a perfect way to use any of those card forms, I guess they are, that we have had in our stash because we've used the envelopes and now we have all these little card pieces. Now here is the cover. What I did was I took the envelope that goes with this set and I lined it with this beautiful paper from Chapter 1 Papers. It's the Flower Gatherer is the kit this came from. And then I took a little piece of fussy cut and placed it on the edge. I added another little envelope inside the envelope with a little piece of ephemera just to make it fun. And the inside is lined with some paper from the Junk Journal Studio. And I placed the envelope inside the envelope, and I just think that looks super cute. I added a little fussy cut. I added an eyelet and some Sari silk from Crimson Heart Studios. Now, isn't that beautiful? Now you can see why I did not decorate the front of the journal, because it's going to sit right there in the flap of the envelope. Now, I could put maybe a butterfly down here, or I could add a label with a butterfly. I could add maybe something like that to give it a little more interest on the front. I thought about doing something like that. But I just think this is an excellent way to make a set for you, your friends, for a gift, for yourself. And it goes together very easily using those brads. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please give me a thumbs up. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. I'll see you there, guys. Bye now.